Good evening, YouTube. Welcome to the next episode on Sterling on Cinemas. That's Cinemas with an S. Today I'll be giving my review on the Ghostbusters reboot from 2016, Ghostbusters Answer the Call, whichever one you would like to refer to it as. But if you're new to this video on Sterling on Cinemas, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment on the section below. Most importantly, watch from beginning to end. Same thing if you're on Instagram. You can follow me if you're new. You can follow him if you're new, and leave a comment on the section below if you have anything good or bad to say, and share it on the story with your friends and your family. But that's okay. If you have anything bad to say, I won't be listening. Ears will be covered. But if anything bad happens on either one of the ends, my cat will tell me about it. My cat at home. And don't get it twisted, my cat is the name of my dog. My dog's full name is Michael Haddinson. That's okay. We all have to make our way. We all have our way of coordination. We all have our way for insight, and this is how I'll be getting mine. So it seems like Sterling here has a very nice format for how he makes his review. It's got Ghostbusters Answer the Call, 2016. It's got the synopsis, the story, characters, and the verdict. It's a very nice format. It's very good then. You know, it would be very bonkers if I saw a ghost right now at this very moment. It's just, oh, well, look at God provides. You know, look at this. Hello, ghost. How's it going? You look much more beautiful when you're dead. When you're undead, much more. You were attractive when you were alive, but you're very gorgeous now with the light. You really are glowing for real. Oh, and it's coming at me. Hey. Oh, wow. Wow, I feel much more alive. Yeah. I guess it should have worked out more when I really was alive. But anyway, I am more knowledgeable than this weak specimen. But anyway, I have the more improved literature to read and the better vocabulary for this review. So let's begin, shall we? So the synopsis goes as followed. Paranormal researcher Abby Yates, played by McCarthy, and physicist Erin Gilbert, played by Kristen Wiig, are trying to prove that ghosts exist in modern society. When strange apparitions appear in Manhattan, Gilbert and Yates turn to engineer Jillian Holtzmann, played by Kate McKinnon, the hilariously Kate McKinnon, for help. Also joining the team is Patty Tolan, a lifelong New Yorker who knows the city inside out. Armed with proton packs and plenty of attitude, the four women prepare for an epic battle as more than 1,000 mischievous ghouls descend on Times Square, including me. Okay, so what do I have to say about this? It seems like every aspect of the 1984 Ghostbusters film that had Sterling left with questions, this reboot tried it all again and perfected it, while at the same time putting a twist on many things that we already know from the original. For starters, we know how the four central members meet and cross paths. This was one of Sterling's concerns as to why they never explained this in the original film. The headquarters of the Ghostbusters is one of the many things subverted in this movie, as we saw the OG Ghostbusters reside in a firehouse because they dress like firefighters and they walk around like firefighters. But here they reside in a Chinese restaurant. It might not be what we thought, but it is still a corner building. Aside from the changes, the main conflict is simple. The four women team up to stop paranormal activity happening throughout New York. However, the thing that makes the plot better is the improved layout of the who, the what, and the why on a lot of things that happen the way they do. For instance, it is not like we are getting ghost sightings in New York City and the four women just jump at the scene armed and ready with proton packs. But there is a lead up to that. There is a build up to that with smaller, different ghost sightings and different perils around different parts of the city that lead to a more catastrophic ghost invasion. But I love how they get a variety of proton weapons outside of just the backpacks. We got the proton gloves, proton grenades, proton guns, proton whips, you name it. But I feel that the biggest strength of the film is the explanation behind everything and the slow build up to the formation of the Ghostbusters and the invasion of New York. As Sterling was typing this section of the review, He just realized that the differences between both of the Ghostbusters iterations are limited to the genders. One thing that adds to the rarity of both Ghostbusters films are that they have a full cast of SNL alumni, Saturday Night Live. I was even a host on one of their shows. If you are one of the many people that look at this reboot as just a cheap excuse to bring four of the funniest women from Saturday Night Live, then you just might not have realized that this is a bit of a Ghostbusters trademark. For those of you who know your history, you should know that Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Brian Doyle Murray were regular cast members of Saturday Night Live back in the 80s. The parallel between the casting of SNL members for a Ghostbusters film makes us feel like this reboot was destined to happen only so we could see the older cast members make some cameos alongside the current members. I mean, they had to squeeze them in there. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis as a statue because the late Harold Ramis has passed, Ernie Hudson, Sigourney Weaver, and Andy Potts. But also the characterizations of each of the core members of this Ghostbusters team feels more grounded than the original, but the roles are similar. See, in the 1984 film, all we know is that they are just four scientists who hunt ghosts. But in this version, each of the film females have their respective specialization that help to contribute into knowing how to catch the ghosts. Melissa McCarthy's Abby is the paranormal researcher. Kristen Wiig's Erin specializes in particle physics. Kate McKinnon's wacky Jillian Holtzmann is the obsessed member that brings most of the comedy and whose insane intellect about proton-powered technology could even surprise Mr. Harold Ramis himself. And Leslie Jones's Patty gains an advantage with being a native New Yorker and knowing the history behind certain landmarks. Plus, we actually get a backstory as to what made them want to hunt down ghosts in the first place. These specific roles make them all useful throughout the film and during the epic battle against the undead spirits. 74% of all Rotten Tomatoes critics recommend the 2016 Ghostbusters film, while having mixed reception by critics and by audience members. Ghostbusters Answer the Call feels like it succeeded in the places where the original failed, in Sterling's opinion, while also improving upon the good bits of the source material like the visuals, the comedy, the characterization, and the steady storytelling. Sterling gives this movie 8.4 Essos out of 10. So that is the end of my review on Ghostbusters. Y'all can let me know what y'all think in the comments below, and we will see you guys next week. Goodbye. What the? Wow. The city's been all cleaned up. I better tell the girls what's been happening lately. Or maybe I can tell my cat. Hey, Abby, Jillian, Erin, my cat, Michael, come here. Mike, Michelangelo. Oi.